Let's go!
As everyone knows, Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, is a glorified tech demo for what was at the time Kingdom Hearts 3. For a game, it was pretty impressive even though it was quite short, but I'm not here to really talk about the game itself. I'm here to talk about a specific feature that I thought the game was teasing for Kingdom Hearts 3 that did not end up happening. I'm wondering if this feature from 0.2 would have been in Kingdom Hearts 3 if they had a little bit more time to get everything out, and more importantly, I'm wondering if it will actually make a return for Kingdom Hearts 4. The feature that I'm discussing is the wardrobe feature, more specifically the objectives and wardrobe feature, because they both kind of work hand in hand. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, was a part of a package, Kingdom Hearts 2.8 to be more specific. This game cost $60, a full, price for a game. However, it included a old Kingdom Hearts game that was originally for the 3DS, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, that they remastered and put for the PS4. About an hour and a half long animated cinematic on the foretellers, and then of course 0.2, which in all honesty isn't really considered a game. So Nomura, Square Enix, whoever was involved with this really needed the players to feel like they were getting an investment out of this purchase, the $60 purchase. Because honestly, if you're just paying for a game and a half and the game's not even new, it's like, okay, what's the deal? I just dropped $60 on this thing. Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, is a short game. On my first playthrough, just, wandering around, taking my time, I still beat the entire thing in about 30 minutes, which is not very long at all. So they decided to do something pretty clever and add a feature that gave you some more replayability even though the game is so short. Thinking back, this also kind of introduced players to what Kingdom Hearts 3 would eventually have, and that's this New Game Plus mode where everything that you've unlocked from the main campaign, if you started a new file, it would carry over. However, what carried over in 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, is different than what carried over in Kingdom Hearts 3. In Kingdom Hearts 3, what carried over was the Keyblades and photos that you had from your original campaign. In Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, transferred over objectives that you've completed and wardrobe items that you've unlocked. Before 0.2, there wasn't anything besides the main objectives in the Kingdom Hearts games. You had to go to a place, you had to talk to a person, you had to fight a boss. That was it. There were no side objectives or missions. Yes, you could go off on your own and do some grinding, take on some enemies and do some mini games, but there was nothing like side quests or anything like that that would unlock anything for the player. Some of the final mixes, you could find puzzle pieces and some collectibles, but that's not exactly what I'm talking about. 0.2 was the first to add these objectives that the player could do during their playthrough in order to unlock wardrobe content, meaning items that they could customize Aqua in and not just her plain old Birth by Sleep gear. You could get Mickey and Minnie, ears, the headband that you put on. You can put wings on Aqua's back. You can even change the colors and different types of fabric and patterns. It was not a lot, but it was more than we've ever seen in a Kingdom Hearts game as far as customizable content goes. And this honestly was the thing that I was most excited about for Kingdom Hearts 3. I was like, holy crap, we're going to be able to customize Sora. We'll be able to go to different Disney and Pixar worlds and be able to unlock souvenirs from those worlds. Like as if, we're a kid in a candy store. We could, go into the Toy Box world and unlock Woody's cowboy boots, or go over into the Frozen world and get like an Olaf backpack that we could put on Sora. It was kind of like a no-brainer to me, and then they just didn't put it in Kingdom Hearts 3. And then I was kind of hopeful they would add it as DLC, and nothing came of it. And then I was like, okay, well, this kind of sucks. Why would they introduce this feature and then never implement it into another Kingdom Hearts game after? Because it technically wasn't even in a Kingdom Hearts game, because Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep, a fragmentary passage, is technically a glorified tech demo. There's this game I used to play a lot when I was a kid, and I still enjoy today from time to time, where you play as these characters that can get power-ups and upgrades, and when they do, it's because of what they're wearing, like the gear they get, and even in the cutscenes you see that gear. And this game, it's a little game known as Sonic Adventure 2. in Sonic Adventure, even the first Sonic Adventure game, it's nothing huge or drastic, but it was those little details that I enjoyed watching as I was playing the game. It's like, oh, I unlocked that power up. It's a bracelet, and it's still on Sonic during the cutscene. So I thought at least the bare minimum we were going to get, if we weren't going to get these customizable wardrobe options, we were at least going to get like to see the equipment that Sora puts on that he has in all the Kingdom Hearts games. For those of you that don't know, in all the Kingdom Hearts games, you can put equipment on your characters so that way they have like buff stats, whether it's fire resistance, strength increase, magic increase, all that kind of stuff. And it's usually earrings, necklaces, bandanas. Why not just have that showing up on the character when you select it? It would bring a little bit more layers to the game, but no, they didn't do that either. They're still in the game, but you can't actually tangibly see them on your character. What Kingdom Hearts 0.2 Birth by Sleep: A Fragmentary Passage did was, in order to get extra content, extra wardrobe items to put on Aqua, extra patterns and stuff like that, you had to complete objectives. And these objectives were not very outlandish. Some of it was finding certain things in the various little Disney worlds, or attacking a certain amount of enemies a certain amount of times, or using a spell X amount of times. They were things that weren't going to put you out of the world. It wasn't grindy, it wasn't too misplaced. It was things that you could have accidentally done, and then boom, you unlocked this item because you completed this objective, which I think was really cool. Not only did it feel like you were playing a game, but it felt like you were being rewarded for replaying the game, having that replayability. And I just would really like to see that come back to Kingdom Hearts. So this is what I would like to see happen in Kingdom Hearts 4. This is the best case scenario in my mind. And I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comments below and what you want to see in Kingdom Hearts 4 in regards to equipment, wardrobe, and stuff like that. I want them to get rid of equipment altogether, in the sense that I want equipment and wardrobe and objectives, all three of those, to merge together into one feature. I'm tired of running around, finding a chest out in the open, opening it up, and you get this item that might help you increase your fire damage. No, I want to be able to do an objective or do a side quest, even have side quests in the game. Get items that are themed to that Disney World or Pixar world. So bracelets, necklaces, earrings, stuff like that, that also have stats on it. So when I equip it to Sora, not only do you see it on Sora and you can customize the colors and patterns and all that, it also changes his gameplay style. It adds a little bit of flavor. It gives you more customization to your character that could be different and unique than anybody else's character. Going back to my Toy Box reference, if Toy Box were to return in Kingdom Hearts 4, I think it'd be really cool if you could talk to the other toys and they each have their own little side quest and missions. The worlds are big enough that you can go off and do certain things, and maybe something in the realm of Buzz tells you to go to Pizza Planet and do this certain thing, and then you beat that task and you get like miniature Buzz Lightyear wings that you could put on Sora. It's nothing big or intrusive, it's just tiny little wings like Aqua has in 0.2, but that are designed to look like Buzz Lightyear's wings, or even just toy wings in general. And that will allow Sora to have just a little bit more airtime, just a little bit more of an extra jump, something like that, where it's not only are you equipping something that you think looks cool and that you've earned through doing this extra content, but it also gives Sora a little boost in something. So that way you can kind of add your own flavor on things. Now, do I think objectives, side missions, wardrobe, any of that's going to be coming to Kingdom Hearts 4? Unfortunately not. And to be honest, I do... Now, do I think wardrobes, Now, do I think side quests, wardrobes, objectives are going to be coming to Kingdom Hearts 4? I don't think so, and the reason why I don't think so is I think they're going to be focusing more on the story elements, they're going to be focusing more on the core gameplay elements, which I'm absolutely fine with. Don't get me wrong, this is like side stuff. This is side features that if you fleshed out a main game and it's really good, this would be the stuff that you would work on the side. I don't want them to work on the stuff now and then fix up the story, then fix up the core gameplay. Absolutely not. I would much rather have a really good sound game than these extra features. However, I just can't help but think that this would add a lot of personality to the game. What I think they're actually going to do is just what they've been doing this entire time. Hopefully I'm wrong, but you go around, you get chests, you open them up, there's equipment sometimes in there. You sometimes can unlock equipment by doing different things, but I don't think there's going to be objectives, I don't think there's going to be side quests, and I don't think there's going to be a wardrobe, and I'm really upset about that. Hopefully I'm proven wrong, but we'll have to see. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments, and if you made it to the end of the video, please be sure to subscribe to keep this Kingdom Hearts magic going. There's more content coming out very soon. Be sure to check out some of my other videos, and I hope you have an absolutely wonderful rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.